Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? If you don't know me yet, this is Giuseppe. I'm 47 years old and I have been following the keto way of eating, keto lifestyle, since the 15th of July 2018. I don't consider the keto to be a diet, but to be a way of eating, if I can say so in English, because this way of eating gave me back the strength, the energies, and the health I lost while eating not keto with a lot of carbohydrates. In my channel, I have delight in turning traditional recipes into keto ones whenever it is possible. And today I'm showing you a nice recipe from the region of Tuscany. They call it cantuccini. They don't pronounce the letter C, they pronounce it with H. So rather than cantuccini, they say cantuccini. So they are almond based biscuits basically. So let's jump straight away into the recipe. 200 grams of almond flour, the omnipresent flour in keto. 80 grams of your favorite sweetener, Erythritol, Swerve, Locanto, whatever it is. Stevia less than 80 grams. The grated peel of one lemon gives a very nice aroma to the almond-based biscuits. 5 grams of Xanthan Gum. Is it strictly necessary? Yes, because it gives bindness to the cookie, to the biscuit, so it don't crumble when you cut it. 5 grams of baking powder and 100 grams of almonds. Those biscuits are famous for the almonds inside them. Give a good stir to the dry ingredients. Alternatively, instead of the almonds, if you don't want to increase the carbs, or if you just don't want to bite the almonds, you can put some chocolate chips, low carb chocolate chips, or if you want, you can put some you can grate some dark chocolate 95% up to replace them. So once you have done this, it's the time to add the only liquid ingredient of the recipe, 2 eggs, and then with our beautiful hands we mix everything until the dough becomes compact and homogeneous. The origin of these famous Italian almond-based biscuits is that before, when there were in ancient times, how can I say, the bakers were used to eat the leftover of the sweet things they were used to prepare for rich people, and those leftovers were called cantuccio, that it means in the corner, apart, separated. And so the word cantuccini, that means small cantucci. This is the way they were originated, and initially there was no almonds inside. Okay, put the dough on a parchment paper, on an oven tray, and give the shape of a biscuit, so flatten it, and then be sure to round the borders. So when you cut it, it will have the classic rounded border of these Italian almond-based biscuits. Make it flatter than mine. Mine is too tall. So I give you a suggestion. And then bake for 350 Celsius degrees or 180 Celsius for 25 minutes. Once you have done this, yeah, you can cut it, but only when it's completely cooled down. Let it cool down for several hours. The more is better. So once it's cooled down, cut it like this and put the slices this way, and then bake again the same temperature for just 10 minutes for each side. You have to turn them over. And here we are, after the preparation of the recipe, our ritual. For the first time, I have to say that they came out really, really well. They're delicious, delicious indeed. The famous cantucci. The people from Tuscany, according to their dialect, they don't pronounce the C as C but as H. So cantucci. They are really nice, very, very delicious. Okay, so let's do some consideration about carbs. The almond flour, according to the almond flour you use, you get the carbohydrates from that, because the only ingredient we used here, apart erythritol, that is 0 carbs, is the almond flour and the almond itself we put inside. Yeah, so if you use a almond flour with a low amount of carbohydrates, you can go really, really well. I mean, no worries about carbs. On my US Amazon shop, I uploaded a almond flour with low carbs, so you can have a look if you want, and see if that almond flour is suitable for you. Alternatively, you can have half almond flour and half golden flaxseed flour, so you can reduce the number of carbs. If you use golden flax seeds, we have got a very low amount of carbs, or almost 0. In Italy, but is Italian Amazon, they don't ship to US or abroad. There is a brand that produces golden flax seeds with minus 0.5 carbs out of 100 grams of product. Anyway, I'm keep looking on the US Amazon, so if you have any suggestion, please tell me in the comments so I can add it in my shop. The prices are the same, but if you buy from that shop, Amazon will give me a small commission percentage. Yeah, so thank you so much in advance. Okay, if you don't want to put almonds, there is also the cantuccini, we'll see this time, a variation with dark chocolate, 95%, 85, 90, 95, from 85% up, they are all keto, but it's better to put 95%. So you can replace the almond with such chocolate, for example. They come out really, really delicious as well. Regarding the double baking, you have to bake them again, so be careful. I suggested you in the audio to bake them at the same temperature, the same amount of time. Just give a look, because the humidity changes, it's cold, it's whatever, the weather is cold, so there are so many factors that are implied. Give an eye to them, or other, you can use an air fryer, for example. A friend of mine put some egg yolk on the top, brushed them with egg yolk, and then she fried them in the air fryer rather than baking them again. So that could be a possibility. Anyway, I hope that you like this recipe. If you do, please share the video with your friends. I would really appreciate. My aim is to turn to 10K by the end of the year, and I definitely need your help to do so. So if you like the video, please subscribe by smashing the button below, and thank you so much for the support you are giving me. The channel is growing thanks to you guys. See you at next recipe. Ciao.